Hello, kindergarten. Miss Snow here. We're going to start our journaling like we have been, reviewing some sight words. I have our pink and purple list first for today. So when I flash them up to the screen, you go ahead and read them as quickly as you can. Here we go. I, go, can, the, like, a, see, we, and, to, she, was, little, he, you, do, my, are, is, with. That tricky with. All right, so today we're going to be doing some journal writing, so make sure you have your writing journals or your spare papers. You can use your fingers for spaces, or you have your handy spaceman. And it's good to have, even if you wrote in all these pages, if you have your journal, you can use your little example words and word bank to help you write your sentences. So we'll start off. I'm going to keep this open so I can see my word bank. And today I thought, since last week on Friday, I went on our field trip and we went out on a hike. So I thought today we could write about like what you can see or what you can do or what happens when you go on a walk or a hike. So I'm going to start off just by thinking, what do I want to write? Because whatever I think in my brain, I can write on paper. I just have to find the right words. So I would like to start my sentences. I'd like to start my topic by saying, if we're writing about hiking, I would love to let the reader know I like to hike. So that's what I'm going to write. I like to hike. 4 words. I'm going to start over on the left side. I am using a black marker, but it is good for you to be using a pencil so you can erase if you make any mistakes. So I'm going to start off with my first word, I, and I'm writing it on the line, and I wrote my word top to bottom. When I'm writing the letters, it's top to bottom. I, space, here it goes. I, and I got my spaceman in there, like. Here I go, top to bottom. L, I, K, E. I like to. Spaceman, to. T-O, to. I'm going to need a spaceman here. Now, I'm going to write hike in a different color because it's not one of our sight words, and it actually has a tricky rule in it here. So I like to hike. I'm going to try and sound this out. Hike. I. So I know it starts with H. Okay. Hike. But something that we can learn from the word hike is something called silent E or mommy E. So I like to say mommy E because mommy E goes at the end of the word. And when she sees the vowel Like when we went over the vowels, A, E, I, O, U. When she sees the vowel, and in this word it's I, she tells that vowel, you say your name. And then she's quiet. She puts her hand over her mouth, and she doesn't say anything else in the word. So right now, when we're reading this, Mommy E is telling this I, you say your name. And if this is an I, that's its name. I, it's gonna say its name. So here she goes, she says, you say your name. So when we read this, we read it like this. I. But Mommy E doesn't say anything, so she's silent. She doesn't say anything else. That's why we only sound out this. I, hike. Oh, and I'm gonna add my period. Okay, I like to hike, period. Then I'm gonna say something that we can see on a hike, and something that, uh-oh, I did a big no-no. I would have done all this work, and for what? It would have gone right in the trash can because I forgot to write my name. Oh my gosh, so I'm gonna stop what I'm doing. I'm gonna write my name up here. Name. And, ooh, there's a Mommy E right here. That E told that A to say its name. You say your name. So now A is gonna say its name. Aim. Name. Okay, it's telling me, write your name, Miss Snow. My goodness. That's the first step in all the steps. Miss Snow. And the date is 4. So we are now in May. We're in the 5th month. So I'm going to start at 5-4 because we're in the 4th day of the month. And the year is 2020. Thank goodness I realized that. And I didn't just have this thrown in the trash. Okay, I like to hike. And what I like to see on my hike, I'm going to write out something I can see. I can see trees. And I believe tree is on your word bank. Yep. So if you flip here to one of your pages, you can see, well, if I can hold this right, tree. But I am talking about more than one tree, so I'm going to add an S onto it. But first step is, I can see trees. Again, 4 words. I, top to bottom, space, can, C-A-N. I can see, S-E-E, see, trees. T-R-E-E is what it says in my word bank. T-R-E-E, but there's more than one tree, so it's plural. That means I'm going to add an S and a period. I can see trees, and I love to see trees. Something I can do on a hike, which I tried to do on our hike when we went on that hike on the video, I'm going to write, so I'm thinking in my brain, I can look for bugs. I can look for bugs. 5 words this time. I'm going to be writing 5 words. I'm going to float that thing. I, space, can, space, look. L-O-O-K. I can look, space, for bugs. Yeah, I get to sound it out. This bugs isn't a sight word, so it's a CBC. You can sound it out. B-U-G. There's more than one bug, so bugs. B. B-U-G-S. I can look for bugs. So, at this point, I've written 3 sentences, and you can, of course, write along with me, but now there's some empty lines, and I want you to try to write your own sentences. And I'm going to start to draw my picture, and in the next video, we will move on to a somewhat similar topic, but we're gonna get into longer sentences. Okay, so I'm gonna start my drawing, and so you should write 2 more sentences. Think about what can you do on a hike. Can you go up a hill? Hill is in your word bank. And can you look for other animals, not just bugs? Can you look for deer? Can you look for birds? Can you, I can see trees, but can you also see flowers? Can you see rivers or creeks, big rocks? There's even trails like in Whiskey Town where there's mine shafts that are blocked off, but you can look at them. So think about different things, maybe, or on a walk, not even on a hike, things that you could see or do on a walk or a hike or a run if you like to do that. So I'm gonna start drawing. I can see trees.